Hey everyone, that's a wrap on Doctor Who Season 1, featuring the two-part season finale with The Legend of Ruby Sunday and The Empire of Death, which closes out Ruby's story by addressing an issue that fans have long taken when it comes to the companions when watching Doctor Who. And I'm going to try to do this review with no spoilers, so just bear with me on that if you see me dancing around. With the season finale, we see the twists from the season start to kind of come together as the Doctor and Ruby arrive at Unit to try out a new tool they have to boost time-based memory and confront one of the twist characters who has started a new software company whose anagram spells TARDIS. So yeah, of course, it gets the Doctor's attention. Let me just interject here that anytime anyone tries to give away free technology in a Doctor Who episode, you can bet the world is about to go to hell in a handbasket. These two episodes bring together the past and the future of Doctor Who in such a nice way. I love seeing the return of Sutekh, a truly classic Doctor Who villain from the Pyramids of Mars, featuring Tom Baker as the Fourth Doctor and Gabriel Woolf, who came back to the series to recreate Sutekh's voice. It's magic moments like this that I was hoping for with the new season, and I absolutely loved it. Every Doctor seems to go through a character arc that brings with it some change or growth in his character that is directly influenced by the past events of previous Doctors. One of the things I keep struggling with regarding Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor is how emotional he is in each episode. I mean, he really is emotional. And I think each of the past Doctors also cared a lot about their friends and companions as much as the 15th Doctor. But given how very old he is now and all of the recent trauma he's experienced, I kind of like that he seems to be growing in a new direction of recognizing that he doesn't just want to keep leaving the people he loves behind. He doesn't want to keep losing his companions and his best friends over and over again. And that's a really interesting change. It's a real striking difference from some of the past episodes. I think that might be the biggest character change we have seen in the Doctor in a really long time. I also appreciated that the unwrapping of the Ruby Sunday mystery was done in such a way that it continued to feel focused and smart. And they focused in on the small story that was Ruby's, showing that even small and ordinary moments can be extraordinary and can be the seeds of the greatest mystery of the universe. I've also really loved seeing the small and personal stories told on the screen because they are so much more relatable. And there were so many moments like that in the finale, as well as in a lot of the episodes leading up to it. And this season really is about those small moments with the Doctor. They could have taken a different turn. They could have made Ruby into something really different at the end, but they held the line rather than leveling up her story into something massive and overwhelming. They kept it simple and they kept it smart. And I love that they did that. And I give Russell T Davies massive props for having the guts and confidence to pull that off like he did and make it work in the end. And yeah, I am trying my best to avoid spoilers, as you can tell, despite all that social media flood about some of these things that's happened. But I do think the finale deserves to have those meaningful spoiler moments protected, despite my desire to dig in and pull them apart and share why they worked and why they didn't, or how they could have been done differently. The one thing I will say is that I really liked how Doctor and Ruby kind of played out their big battle with Sutekh. It was really neatly done. It was a believable game of cat and mouse that felt plausible, and you can tell how much time and thought went into planning out the entire season by the way Russell T Davies pulled on various story threads in the finale that explicitly kind of reached back to every previous episode in some way of this season, as well as implicitly tying to episodes or story arcs or moments that happened over the last 60 years. He just kind of, in a really neat way, kind of pulled all those threads together, which was great. Again, another bold move that now has to live up to the hints about the next season that were dropped into this season's finale. The one thing that annoyed me a bit was that the big thing that happens in the lead up to the final battle is so overwhelming that you know the Doctor will find a way to fix it. I mean, there's no doubt. He has to fix it or there won't be a series. It won't be anything anymore. So he's got to restore everything back to the way it was. Well, I like that they paid off the implied promise that the Doctor would fix everything in some way or another. I just wish that things had gone maybe a little bit sideways so that everything wasn't tied up so neatly with a pretty little bow. However, I also understand the need to make the first season on Disney Plus be one that new fans to the series might not have been expecting, while also giving them something fun and fulfilling to hold on to. My hopes for the next season include seeing the return of the Master, the Daleks, possibly Captain Jack. I especially hope they bring back Captain Jack because there would be so many story threads that could be fulfilled that would kind of throw back to earlier stories about the face of Bo, which would be so amazing. Here's to hoping that the next season continues to draw upon some of those older classic themes and that Russell T Davies continues to have kind of the guts to try out new things and to call back old ideas that can pay off in this new series. Overall, I think it was a great first season for Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. The earlier episodes, they were rough, a bit uneven, and they really came together though in the middle, and they finished off the season on a high note that made the entire season well worth watching. So, have you watched the season 1 finale? What did you think? Did you like it? It's safe to put spoilers in the comments at this point, and I'd love to hear what surprised you most or what you thought was a failure in the finale. I also want to hear your predictions for the future. So let me know, because there's a lot that they could do spinning off of this season into the next. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. It's been so much fun chatting with you about the first season of Doctor Who with Ncuti Gatwa. And I hope that you enjoyed these videos. And if you did, please do give this review a thumbs up and subscribe for more reviews because there are more coming. In the meantime, happy viewing, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.